All right, so today we are doing a review on the Minnesota Airsoft Enhanced Magazine Follower Set, and these are for Hi-Capa magazines. And essentially you can order these in a bunch of different quantities, so you can get 3, 5, or 10 in like a pack. And basically what these are supposed to do is these are supposed to increase your magazine capacity by, let me pull it up here, 3 to 5 BBs per mag. Or if you buy their extension, it'll be 8 to 9 BBs per mag. But we are not using the extension, we're using just a normal magazine, so we should expect to get 3 to 5 extra BBs per magazine. And just to show you guys all here, hopefully you can see, but it says right about there that you should be expecting 3 to 5 BBs per magazine. So that's what it says on their official website. So 3 to 5 BBs per magazine. It does also say that it's TM spec, and both of those two details are going to be very important when we get into this. And I think, obviously, all the reviews, it's 5 out of 5 stars, so that means every single person that wrote a review on their website gave it a 5-star review, which I am going to disagree with. But basically, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and open this up. Just gonna grab one for now. So this is what it is. It is a blue follower. It is injection molded, and it is definitely smaller than the stock one. So this is a stock Tokyo Marui one. If we line up the base stem of it, you can see the difference in size. Now Minnesota Airsoft claims that there is a 3 to 5 BB increase, but I know for a fact that's not true. I've already installed one on my personal magazine, and today we're going to install another one on another of my personal magazines. But you can go ahead and stack up some BBs here so we can sort of see. So obviously this will be double stacked. Oh. You can see right there, I have 3 BBs on there. And I'm just going to put 1 BB on the stock one so you can sort of see. And again, the stems are lined up. And you can see how basically there is a 2 BB increase on this, essentially, is what's going on here. I don't know how else to really easily show that it's lined up properly, but it's essentially exactly 2 extra BBs. So I really am not sure where the claim comes from, but that is what it is. 2 extra BBs is what I believe you should be expecting on these followers in your magazines, and that is actually what I got. I got 2 extra BBs on my personal magazines, which I'll show you in a second here and count it out for you. So these followers are filled to the max. If I pull it down, you can see at the top that it goes to the perfect height. That is as full as you can. You may be able to cram 1 more BB in, but that's not something you want to do. And same thing with the blue follower here. I can pull it down and you can see that it's fully filled up all the way. And again, you could probably cram 1 more BB, but you don't want to do that ever. And at the base, you can see that I have them properly aligned, so we get the maximum amount of BBs in both magazines, and we are just going to count them, obviously. And I do know that inside of the Philip, there's only 2 BBs can go inside of this Philip area, and then the rest is going to be below it. And it's the same case. So we can go ahead and count real quick. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So we got 30 plus 1. So 31 BBs is what we have on our standard follower magazine here. And on the enhanced follower, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, plus 1, which would be 33. So you have 33 BBs versus 31 BBs. So we have an increase of 2 BBs is what we have. This is a stock magazine shell. This is brand new. This has not been used. I just have basically gutted it, except for the valve. I don't need to remove that in this case, but we're going to show the compatibility of the follower, because on their website, they claim that it is for TM spec. And then, let me pull it up here. On HSA Scotto's video, which he's a cool guy, you should follow him. He has a review sort of on this follower. It's more of the follower plus the extension, but he talks about how it doesn't fit properly. And Minnesota Airsoft, which that is their official account there, they say that their parts are spec'd off only TM unless specifically noted otherwise. And again, in the product description, it says TM spec, and here they say TM spec unless noted otherwise. So you should assume that it is meant for TM magazines. And then they later say the followers needing a tiny bit of material removed on non-black TM mags in order to fit all sorts of mags better, blah, 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 blah. This is a black TM mag. So this whole section here about needing material doesn't count because they say only on non-black TM mags. But this is a black TM mag. So this should fit perfectly with the follower as it is what my belief is. And this is not like a first batch. This review is from 10 months ago. I got these followers this month. So this excuse about the first batch doesn't really count. But yeah. And then HSA did later say that he got them to fit perfectly fine in TM mags, but that was not the case for me. And I will show you here in just a second. So stock TM mag, as you can see, it has the trades and everything. They don't say TM obviously, but yeah, this is the stock follower. And this will easily follow all the way through the magazine and pop out the other side. The Minnesota Airsoft follower does not do that. What it does is you can put it in the bottom, and if you try to push it all the way to the top, it gets stuck at the end right here, and you cannot push it out any further than that. It is stuck there. It will not move. So you can see how the follower gets stuck because it is not like compatible out of the box with Tokyo Marui magazines. The follower gets stuck at the top, and that causes it to not be able to fully reach the top. So for the follower to fully reach the top of the magazine, it has to be poking through the top up here, which it is not. You can see down there it's maybe like 1 or 2 BBs short of reaching the top. Now that is obviously going to be compared to on like my magazine. You can see how the follower is way up at the top there. How you can see it, the black in the orange, that's the follower that's sticking all the way up at the top. So you technically do add 2 BBs, but it won't feed 2 BBs unless you modify it, which is kind of funny. So it's actually a +0 follower until you modify it. Okay, so we're done with this magazine. And yeah, so you can see how I showed you both on the website and on somebody else's review video that the follower is meant for Tokyo Marui spec black magazines specifically. I do have an email from him because I brought up this issue that I was having. Let me pull it up here. So you said that basically it can be an issue on some TM mags. And then later on, he says the reason we leave them a bit oversized is because other spec high-cap mags like HAW, WE, AW, etc. all use slightly different channel specs. So he basically just said there that it's not TM spec, it's like a universal follower. So it is not TM spec, it's not any spec, it's a random spec that needs to be sized to whatever magazine you have. It's essentially the way that I am reading it here. So is what it is. And yeah, he does like tell me how to fix it, which, you know, I understand how to fix it, but that's not the thing. Like, it should just fit out of the box. And then he was nice. He did show me, or he sent me pictures of specifically what to modify. So these are the two pictures he sent. So this one just is a circle for where to modify on the side of the follower, and then this one is the back of the follower. However, I don't believe I need to modify the back. From what I can tell, the back does not need to be modified. It is just the side plus the other side. So, yeah, that is what it is. This picture's wrong. Like, the back is just fine. It doesn't need to be modified. Maybe it does in some cases, but not in my case. But yeah, that's what I have going there. So now we are going to actually install this into one of my magazines. So you have to do a couple things. You have to remove the bottom, and you also have to remove the feed lip. I'm going to make sure there's no gas in here, which there probably is. And there was gas in there. I leave gas in my magazines. So we are first going to remove the bottom of the base pad here. My mag is a little bit different. I have these steel bases on here, which are nice, so I can technically drop it and I don't have to worry about it, alongside the rubber pads, although I don't usually drop them. And these will add like a +1 is what these are advertised as adding. I don't know if that's true or not. I got them because it stops it from breaking if I drop them. Okay. This is getting removed here. Okay. So that's the old follower. And now we need to remove the feed lip. Is that the right side? I don't think that's the right side. Yeah, that's the right side. Okay, so that's removed now, hopefully. All right. So to fit this in here, basically we need to see where it's at right now. So slide forwards until it gets stuck. And when it gets stuck, what you do is you look down, and you need to use a flashlight probably. Basically, you shine the flashlight in the base, and you can look through, and you can see, you probably can't see on camera, but you can see exactly where the gaps are, where it's tight, where it's touching inside of the magazine, which I doubt you're going to be able to tell on the camera very well. But in the case of this, it is touching on both of the sides, and then it is also rubbing a little bit in the back, but I think it's rubbing in the back just because of the sides. So you're probably not going to touch the back. Now, when you modify this, you need to use some sandpaper or like a file, and basically you don't want to take too much off of one side because you want to make sure that the actual, like the nail nick here, stays centered. If you remove only from one side, that nail nick is going to be like crooked or way off to the one side. So you need to make sure you kind of remove both sides at the same time. And if you notice that the nail nick starts to kind of drift to one side, you need to kind of adjust for that and modify one side more than the other side. I don't know how to say that exactly, but yeah, so we are going to go ahead and modify this until it fits properly inside of our magazine here. Alright, so I probably sped that up quite a bit, but you can see now that it does fully travel all the way up to the top. Now, it does not fully exit at the moment, but I don't really want to spend more time filing this down because it is at a good amount. So it's okay if it gets stopped there, as long as it can freely move up to the top, which it can now. So if you put this Philip on here, we can see that it can very easily reach the top, which it couldn't do that before. It can very easily reach the top. And the top, obviously, again, that's where you can see how the follower pokes out inside of the Philips there. So that's good. So now we have this set ready to go. We just need to reinstall everything. So go ahead and put this back together. Okay. Follower goes in, and then the spring will go on. Set it there, and we can put the lower piece on. In my case, the spring is going to come out the bottom because I have this extra piece, but in your case, it probably won't. We probably need to back the screw out a little bit. Okay, we're going to test the gas. No leaks. So we can do the rest of it. Okay, so you can see now it easily works and functions at the moment. Now we're going to see if the actual, we're going to see if the actual slide catch works. I have my main Hi-Capa here. I've removed the short strokes and I have put a slide catch that actually functions, because as we all know, the LA-Kappa slide catch does not actually function. But double check, there's no BBs in here. Nope. It does catch. And it does seem to fully lift it up all the way. So that's good. And I mean, I already counted how many BBs we achieved, so I'm not going to count that again, obviously. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the video. We're going to put this one up because this one's got more things going on. So I showed how to install the actual follower itself, and we saw how many BBs I saw an increase of, which I saw an increase of 2 BBs compared to the advertised 3 to 5 BB increase. And the follower is definitely not TM spec as advertised on their website, as well as on a comment they left on somebody else's review that includes this follower as part of the review. So, is what it is. Now, it is, now I will not complain about the extra 2 BBs. Extra 2 BBs is good. I am a fan of this. Like, I will use these because it does increase the capacity by 2. However, it's advertised to increase the capacity by much more. So this is not a bad product. It just is maybe, I don't know what the word is, maybe inflated claims or something, or false advertising or something like that, because it is definitely not as advertised. However, it is still good. I just think that they should maybe fix how they advertise it and advertise it as what it actually is, not what they wish it was. Because I really don't understand where the plus 3 to 5 comes from. Like, how could you possibly have plus 5 when the size difference, that we're looking at is not a plus like 5 difference. And plus 5 would be, it would be like 2.5 BBs difference in like length. But I mean, if we go to increase the length, it's basically 1 BB length, like shorter, basically. So that should be equal 2 BBs in a double stack configuration, nowhere near 3 to 5. Maybe some not aftermarket, but some other brand magazines have followers that are extra long or something. But this is specifically for TM spec. And even on TM spec, you're not even getting 3, you're getting 2 extra. Is what you get on TM spec. So I think that's all I have. I'm going to look over the reviews on the website again. All right. So we have the website reviews. 5 stars from Malachi. They look really cool. I did notice they don't fit in every style Hi-Capa mag, but nothing a bit of sanding and trimming couldn't fix. I feel like that should be 4 stars. I'm not trying to be like say his opinion doesn't matter, because that's a justifiable opinion, and that's sort of my opinion. Like, I do think these are good. They just are not quite as advertised. So I feel like that should be not 5 stars. Perfect fitment with no modifications. I don't get that. I feel like that is a fake review, to be honest. Because I did try, I'm not going to show this video, but I have tried every single one of these followers, which I got 6 of these, and I tried these in all the magazines I could find, and none of them fit perfectly in the magazines, so I don't really understand. We have needle fitting to work. Again, I feel like that shouldn't be 5 stars. Five stars should mean that you don't need to fit it. Nice followers, add flare. This guy just says 5 stars with, I don't know, top tier engineering. I get an extra 3 to 4 BBs per mag, which ends up making a big difference out when I'm actually playing. I do like the color too. I would like to know what magazine Nicole F is using to achieve an extra 3 to 4 BBs, because that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what magazine that would be, and I don't know why it would be 3 to 4. I feel like it should be 3 or 4, unless Nicole has multiple different brands of magazines. Works like a charm. Stop waiting and just buy them. They're amazing. This is an advertisement from Chris. 5 stars. I bought these for my team who does comp, and we have fallen in love. Such a little upgrade, but only swapping to these signed followers. We have added a net 96 BBs in our mags each round, which is insane. Hi-Capa people know how much 4 extra BBs in a mag can help. So William DeMoore is claiming 4 extra BBs. Again, I would like to know what magazine William is using, because these are TM mags, and I'm getting +2. See, Donnie, only took me 5 minutes to swap my 3 magazines. I don't believe that for a second. It took me more than 5 minutes just to fit one. And they each added 4 BBs. Again, I would like to know what magazines Donnie is using that is getting him an increase of 4 BBs. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like there's some inflation going on with the reviews or with the claims from MNA, but I do think this is a good product. I do think it's good. I just don't think it matches the advertisement. And especially if this is a TM spec part, it shouldn't require fitting, which 2 cases on the website and on Scotto's video, he said it was TM spec for black TM mags specifically on Scotto's video, but on my email he told me that it's for any mag, not specifically TM. So I would like some clarification there personally. But these do seem to be high quality. They're injection molded. They look nice. They do increase the capacity by 2, which is good. And that's about where I have it. I am going to be reviewing a couple more of his products in the near future. These are just the first ones, and these were the ones that I was the most excited about personally. But yeah, that is my video. So have a wonderful, nice day. Put that there. Maybe we can put these inside of here. Maybe that'll be... If this video was useful for you, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. Also, there is a link down below to our Discord server, and this is a Discord server with a bunch of YouTubers that are really awesome, as well as a bunch of viewers like yourself. And you are welcome to join. Have a nice day.